If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old time movie about a ghost from Ocean Well. Hey readers and writers, Writer with a Cause here, aka Haley. I hope you all had a festive and safe holiday and new year. Hello, 2026. Farewell, 2025. Adieu, adieu, adieu. I'd love to hear all about your hopes and goals for this new year. A significant aspiration of mine is to write a short story every week for the entirety of 2026. That is 52 short stories total. And if you're watching this video in real time, welcome to week 1. I am super pumped and excited to show y'all what I've been working on this week. So thank you so much for being here. Big piece of news. I have officially launched my website. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's called thewriterwithacause.com, all lowercase. You'll find a link in my channel description as well as in the description below, and you'll see the name pop up a couple times throughout this video, if I'm being honest. But what's really cool about this website is you can see and read the short stories and whatever else I decide to write. Every week on Sunday, I'm going to be posting whatever short story my brain came up with and posting it over there under the short stories tab. And it'll also be on the home page. It's up there right now and ready to be read. So go ahead and watch that now or watch it after the video. This video, you're going to see the behind the scenes creative process of how this first short story, Tim Preston Looks Up, came to be. And this is draft 1, so I don't know if you all are familiar with Andy Weir in The Martian, but he's one of my favorite authors, and that's one of my favorite books and movies. And something that he did way back before he ever got a book deal or wrote The Martian or any of the amazing things that he's doing now is he had his own website, and he would publish chapters of The Martian on his website, and people would email him and would send him their feedback and like different scientific corrections of things that maybe he didn't fully get right. And I think that's so cool. That's something I would love to do if at all possible. So if you're interested in giving any sort of feedback on any level, constructive, you can head over there, or you can leave comments below in this video, whatever you want to do, or you can email me at contact@thewriterwithacause.com. So that's just a bunch of housekeeping stuff. Let's get into the actual interesting part of this video, shall we? Okay, see ya. Here I am reading a Christmas gift I received from my dad. Love you, Dad. It's a collection of short stories based on Stephen King's world, The Stand, and it's called The End of the World as We Know It. It was edited by Christopher Golden and Brian Keene with an introduction by Mr. King himself. It is excellent reading material for my purposes. The more I read, the better writer I become. I've been reading short stories from there, as well as J.D. Salinger's 9 stories. One of note in there was For Esme with Love and Squalor, and that's one that I wrote about in my Commonplace book, which you'll see a little bit later on in this video. Okay, it's still Monday, and I'm gonna do some reading from this book. And the first chapter is about short story writing. And what is a story? I think that'll help me get back into my rhythm a little bit. Oh. I did one of those things where you ask a question and then it's answered 2 sentences later. So he says, thus a long poem is a paradox. So I say, what about an epic poem? Like the Odyssey. And then he says, and without unity of impression, the deepest effects cannot be brought about. Epics were the offspring of an imperfect sense of art, and their reign is no more. Their reign is no more. Tweet. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? And there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd banish us, How dreary to be somebody, how public like a frog. Tell your name the livelong June to an admiring bog. Today was a pretty interesting writing and researching day. A good amount of my writing was planning or backstory planning. So this isn't things that all of this isn't stuff I'm gonna necessarily weave into the storyline. It's just important back filler to know that will inform the storyline rather than compose the storyline. I did some research on schools and medical centers in the 19th century, which was way more interesting than I ever expected it to be. It just led me down this path that I wasn't expecting when I set out writing this short story. So that was surprisingly a nice surprise. And what's left for today, it's almost 7 o'clock. So I need to gather all the footage from today and piece it all together and write a short voiceover for that video and just stew in everything that I read and wrote today. So that should be good and reflective and part of the learning process. Speaking of, I continued my commonplace book. It's Tuesday and I'm getting a very, very, very late start to my writing today. Believe it or not, this is the time. That's PM. But I know I can still get at least a solid 2 hours of writing in because I've got a lot of ideas gurgling in my brain from throughout the day. And I'm working on a different story from the sisters right now. It's one that I've just barely scratched the surface on, but it's one of those ones where the shower thoughts come through. So that's what I'm going to be doing, a brain dump of all the ideas I have for that story, and then see what I'm left with and how long that takes. That could take at least an hour, I think. I'm going to start the timer, well, stopwatch. Starting at 0, and there we go. I do not like this line. I have an idea of how I'm going to change it. It was one of those things that I thought was more clever when I was writing it, but upon rereading it for the 5th time, like, what? What are you talking about? What? Okay. I'm just going to take it out. I can just take it out. I don't need to replace it. His name was originally Tim, but I like Thomas better. It has a better ring to it for my purposes. If she couldn't be with him, Thomas always, because he ain't getting to work today. Always made sure not to office. Through the natural course of the day. She couldn't be with him at work. She couldn't be so you can enjoy her phantom kiss. Always. They parted too soon for their liking in the mornings. I don't need to say in the mornings. They parted too soon for their liking. Friday, 13th of May was no different. In the washroom connected to their bedroom, they rejoined at 6:25. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's okay. It's just a draft. The roads are too empty. Like half the people knew to stay home, or at least delay their start. I like that. It's got a good beat to it. I'm just kidding. I know I don't want Thomas to die. That's what I know. I'm thinking it's gonna seem like he died for a stretch towards the end. And then at the very end, I want to reveal him fixing the bike helmet strap for Angie. And that's how we learned that he's not dead. Can't make him perfect. He can't just be perfect. Thomas is at the stoplight, right? He's got his bike. He's taking a sip of water. And then all of a sudden, boom, bang, boom. It's on his left. It's on his left. Boom, the bank. I can see it. There's no sound of police sirens. Does he turn around? Does he, look around? Just in amazement? Yeah, looks around in amazement, and slowly you hear the spokes of his bike ticking away as he slowly crosses the sidewalk and moves towards the bank. Slowly here. Right now, I'm taking a writer's walk, or a thinking walk. It's about 21 degrees Fahrenheit outside. As you can see, there's lots of snow on the ground, and it's very sunny out. There's not a cloud in sight. The sun was so warm that when you sat here, it didn't feel nearly as cold as it actually was. So that was a cool moment that I just took in. And then when I got home, I poured myself a nice hot cup of coffee and got back to writing after being reinvigorated by the great outdoors. Hi. I've just come across this essay that Kurt Vonnegut wrote to a bunch of high school students when he was 84 years old, called Make Your Soul Grow. And I don't know, it just spoke to something within me that felt inclined to pick up my guitar at an intermediate level and just, do what the letter says to do. Practice any art, no matter how well or badly, not to get money and fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside you, to make your soul grow. Very simple riff premise. It's just a capo on the 3rd fret, starting with a G major chord, then to a C, A minor, D, and Travis picking style. Oh, E minor. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul. Whether it's art or music, singing, dancing to, you wanna act or draw, painting sculptures through, or portray your fiction or essays. Do you? No matter how well or how badly, you gotta do what makes you you and make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow. Make your soul. Draw a funny picture of Mrs. Lockwood and give it to to her dance home after school and sing in the shower. I don't know, I just felt inclined to do that. So that's what I did. There you have it. Right now I'm heading over to this coffee shop that I haven't been to in ages, but it's a really great place. I've just been making coffee from home because I've been saving money, but today I thought I'd treat myself and work to get a lot of writing done, and their coffee works. So I'm gonna go do that now. We've acquired the deliciousness. Moment of truth. Ah! Just as good as I recall. So now it's just time to head home and then get to writing. And we've got a lot of writing to do today. Alrighty, I'm just placing the finishing touches on this draft of the short story. So I typed it in Google Docs, and then my routine ever since high school, honestly, has been writing. Whenever I'm writing essays or any sort of writing assignment for anything, I'd always start in Google Docs, use their word checker once I'm done, and then download it to Microsoft Word, and then read through it again, and then use their word checker as well, because I find it's a bit more thorough than Google Docs word checker, but you know, spelling and grammar. So I'm just going through and fixing all those little things that I'm finding on this pass through. Once I upload it to the website, I will inevitably wake up tomorrow and find more issues with it and edit it again. So that's just what I'm working on right now. Make your soul grow. Make your soul grow.